I suffered with asthma as a little girl and had to take a shot, which we call an injection, every morning from the village nurse to help me breathe a little better. I hate needles, but I had no choice at that time. The asthma did not stop me from doing anything I wanted to do. And by the age of 11, I guess I outgrew it. I remember my mom giving me snake oil to drink to help heal the asthma. I even had horse vitamins. They used to call it macobin de chien. That's in French. It used to come from one of my mom's uncle that lived in Guadeloupe, and he used to send it because he said it would help. And I guess it helped because I outgrew the asthma and I was fine. Back in the day, my scalp was covered with thick dandruff, thick dandruff. And I can wash my hair now, and as soon as my scalp is dry, there would be just this layer of dandruff, which I come to find out later, years later, when I was in the United States. I found it was called psoriasis. My scalp would be covered with that. And my mom would grease my scalp sometimes with Vaseline, sometimes with castor oil, because we make our own castor oil. And that would give me a little relief. But as soon as my scalp was dry from that, there it was again all the time. I used to take a comb and just peel it off my scalp. And by next day, it was there. I remember once this lady, she moved into a neighborhood and I asked her to plait my hair because my sister wasn't there. And she scraped my whole scalp. She's like, oh my God, you have a lot of dandruff. We not knowing back in the 70s what that was. And she would lift it all up my scalp. And my scalp would be raw. And by next day it was covered again. And I remember her just scraping it up where my scalp was bleeding. My scalp would bleed when she lifted up. But it felt so good. My scalp would feel so good. And I always had long hair. So it's like people say, maybe it helps your hair grow, but we just didn't know. Nothing that irritating can help your hair grow. I mean, I would always be rubbing my scalp. Every day, my scalp was cleaned and oiled. And the next day, it was like that. So it's something that also I no longer have. And I'm saying that because over the last 10 years, my scalp have healed and it feels fine. I don't have those psoriasis. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I used. It just disappeared. I cannot tell you what I used to change that. So if I knew, I would give the recipe to everybody who have that problem and let them try it and see if it would work. But I don't know. And the mattress was very, very heavy because back in Dominica, we used to take the coconut husk and thin it out. Because as you thinning it out, all the big pieces, all the chunks comes off. And we would do that over and over until it was nice and thin. And we would bag those every time until we had enough to make a mattress. So my mom would get material and the seamstress who lived next door would sew the whole material like the shape of a mattress. We would call this guy and he would come over and he would stuff that mattress shape sewn material until it was stuffed and nice. And that was our mattress. I remember sometimes if you don't put a cover, like when you make the mattress, you have to put like a sheet and, put something else on it. Or else when you lay down, sometimes you'll feel the little fiber, we call it coconut fiber, but it's the husk from the coconut. We would feel it digging it, sticks you. That was so funny. So you'd have to kind of fix yourself and, move it around and move yourself around and like kind of like shuffle the mattress a little so you don't have all the little stuff sticking in. But as time went by, we got better mattresses like the ones we have today. We saved up and then we were able to buy mattress. But when I was growing up, that's what we slept on. We slept on a fiber mattress. Anybody from the islands might know what a fiber mattress is. It's the husk from the coconut that you take and stuff it and make a mattress out of it. That the things that have happened and I have enjoyed. I mean, some days, you get mad. It's like, do I have to sleep on this fiber mattress? But that's all the mattress you had. That's it. Yeah. Oh my God, this is too crazy. I am telling you. And our fireplace, how we did it, we had sometimes we'll take 2 cylinder blocks and then one on the left, one on the right, and then we'd take the dry wood and we would break it to make sure we pile it up in between those 2 cylinder blocks, and we light it up, and then we put the pot on there and we cook. Sometimes we take 3 rocks because not everybody has cylinder blocks, so we look for 3 nice stones, good sized ones that can hold a pot, and we would put the pot on. Sometimes one rock would be smaller than the other, but we made provisions for that. We would take another small flat rock and secure the pot to make sure everything is balanced. I mean, that was genius. That was so genius of us. We would like get a nice flat rock and tilt the pot and put it to the rock that was smaller and to balance that pot, and would boil off wood. And sometimes the fire would out, so you bend down on your knees according to if you had a high spot, you just stand and you blow the fire, like when you put charcoal in a pot, you do until, or we get a piece of cardboard or a leaf and we'd fan the fire so it can catch, and the smoke would burn our eyes. You would smell like smoke by the time you finish cooking, but that didn't bother us. We fan the flame with a leaf, or you take a piece of paper or a book or something, you just take your mouth and you blow on it like until the fire catch to cook the food. My brother used to make charcoal, so we would have charcoal. So we would have a coal pot. We made our own coal pot. My brother knew how to do it with the cement in a bucket and cut it and trim and make it. And we put that in there and we would fan the charcoal and cook the food. But you had to turn the coal pot a certain way because you want the wind to blow under it to keep the charcoal burning. Or else if you turn it a certain way where it can't get wind because the pot is sitting too flush on it, the fire would out. So we take little rocks and put under the pot, like 3 little rocks, just to give it that airway so air can go through and the coal can keep burning. I mean, we were creative. We were creative back in our day. As a child, I learned so many things. And this is just the beginning of the story time from my first book, My Childhood Memories Growing Up in Dominica. I'll be reading more and attach them to the videos so you can enjoy. Thank you for listening. Today's inspirational word is visualization. Do you visualize your future? What do you visualize about? Visualization. I have an accent, and this is how I pronounce it. Always remember, self is first. Love self plenty. Take care of self. And I simply make up a saying, go out, live life, and have some fun. Bye.